What's up everyone? Today I'm gonna go through the 12th video for the critique. So let's get started. I have the name of the 12th video in here. So let's get started. I pre-typed the accounts here. So this one, the first one is I like the overall tone in it. And let me see. This one, if the background feels a little bit busy for me, and my first impression is that I'm not, even though the focus is on the bird right there, the kind of like those red distracting my eyes, it leads me to looking at different things in the background instead of the bokeh in the front. Sorry, the focus in the front. So but overall I like the consistent of using one tone. I think you can do it more variety of portrait with the city alternately. I like the train theme in here. Maybe you can do the portrait in the train also to mix it up. And I really like the framing of this one, using a fence to blur out as the frame in the foreground, and then with the train coming in. So overall I like the tone in here. Next one. So this is a black and white portrait account. I can see that from overall impression, my first impression is the black and white tone. I want some more variants. So what I mean is that, so this one has dark background, but these two looks bright already. So what I mean is that you can alternatively post the one that has dark one, and then you post a white one, and then you post a dark one, and that will create some alternately interesting pattern. Instead of right now overall they, for example, this one behind has a lot of trees, the next one I won't post a lot of trees in the background. So that's what I mean, not post too straight with the similar background. And let me see, I like the use of the shadow right here. I really like the use of shadow and the eye in focus. And let's see, the window shot is nice too. I like window shots, always like window shots. And I really like the mood in this one. It comes out nicely, the mood, and then the blur out in the foreground. So it just the overall impression of the feed, you need more variety of background just to alternatively make it more interesting. So that's my take on that. And next one, I really like the color. It just stands out to me. When I first look at the feed, the first impression, I just want to click on the second picture. It's nicely bokeh. The bokeh is smooth. So I mean the overall feed is clean also because of the bokeh. I think you like the use of bokeh also. So I don't have much to say other than just make sure the color tone not too similar next to each other. So if you have a yellow one, post another dark one outfit, and then you can post another yellow one. But overall I like the bokeh in this feed. So next one. So overall it has the dark tone. The one that I said that is that when you post in video, you're not sure what the cover looks like in the thumbnail. So make sure that you know the thumbnail, what does the thumbnail looks like before you post the video, because you don't know how it looks in the feed. Sometimes it might break the pattern a little bit. So next, this column right here, it kind of like stands out to me. It distracting break the frame in the pattern in the middle. So I think overall you're trying to stick with the dark tone overall. I will tilt it a little bit to the left for this picture, to rotate to the left a little bit. And then I really like the framing of this one because it's the conversion of lines, the trend coming into the model in the center. So that one is very nice. And I like the mood in this one also. I like the backlight using the sunlight. So next one. So the sunset vibes is nice here, and the orange tone, it stands out, the orange tone. Let's see. So it seems like you're trying to mix the portrait with the street style, and the only thing I can say is that the portrait is cropping a little bit too tight on the head part, but this one is okay. And this one I like the string light and the dark tone in it. So yeah, just make sure that, so for example, when I first look at the feed, if you're trying to post portrait, alternatively you might space out, post one like this and then post another with the landscape, because right now 4 of them are next to each other, 4 of the portrait next to each other, and then you post some landscape. So just to make sure they break it out a little bit. So next one. So as I was saying before, the video is hard to control the thumbnail. This breaks the pattern of the thumbnail a little bit. So just to make sure that be aware of the consistency of the video thumbnail. Next one. Okay, so I can see, the first thing I can see is a lot of yellow flower, the first impression. So individually it looks nice. Overall, from the feed standpoint, you can break it out a little bit, and be aware of the white lines in the background. So those lines sometimes creates a distraction of the portrait a little bit, and the same happens to this one. So make sure that the white line is not behind. You can just reposition her more to the this side, the right side, and then reposition the portrait a little bit. So next one. Okay, overall it has a green tone, desaturated tone in it, and I like the use of the stair in here. This one can crop closer because I don't like the pole in the back. You can just crop it closer so that it's more concentrated. Just crop it like this, closer, instead of the wide angle, because those pole, it just causes a distraction of the image. So you can just crop it closer like this. Okay, next one. This is second to the last one. So this one also use the XT2. I love the XT2. So overall, be aware of the horizons in the background, because it will break the feed's consistency, because this horizon is in the half. This is a little bit less than half, and then this one a little bit more than half. The horizon, 3 of them together kind of like create an uneven pattern in the first row. So just be aware of where the horizon position itself. And I like the backlighting in this picture. It just create nice mood in here. So this one is just create a warm tone, a family warm tone style. So I like that. So the last one. So let's see. Just be aware of the cropping spacing, because the horizontal crop with white space on top and the vertical with the white space on the side, it creates some uneven spacing for the V overall standpoint. But I like the color tone in this one with the color in the back. So the dark tone, I like the red on the face also. So if you're trying to stick with that, make sure that if you post a horizontal one, post a vertical one, and then post another horizontal one, just stick it with consistency. And I won't post these two next to each other because it's very similar. It kind of like feels like duplicate from an overall V standpoint. So I will post another one that is non-gate in the back, maybe some other flowers background, just to break out the pattern a little bit. So that's my critique today. So because there's still a little bit of time, I might just edit a couple of the picture that I have shot in the weekend. So let me just edit a couple of pictures. I'm gonna just show you how I edit this tone right here. So I will undo a little bit. So this is the original JPEG from the X-T2. In this case, I like the natural light right here. I will do the edit E6 for this one. E6 has a nice green tone in it, and it just creates a nice smooth green tone in the indoor. So I will crop it 4x5, just crop slightly a little bit, leave some headroom on top by the top third area. So, and then I added some contrast, add some sharpening a little bit, and then increase more contrast a little bit. Sorry. So that's it. That's my edit. So this is the sunset vibes, and let me undo all. So this is the original. I was using, I think it's E5 for this one. So I just increase the exposure, sorry, not exposure, the contrast, reduce the exposure, increase a little bit more contrast, and then I will rotate to the right a little bit. Also, I will adjust the framing. So that's it. That's my edit. So I'm gonna edit this one. Also, I just posted this one. I will just undo all. So I'm gonna add a couple more. So I will undo all of them, and then I'll crop it 4x5 first. So I'm trying to make sure it's in the center. It has nice framing left and right. And after the crop, I increase the contrast. I will use the HB tool for this one, and then increase the sharpness a little bit. I can still see a lot of rooms on the left and right. I can just reduce a little bit more so that it has more concentrated in the center. And let me adjust slightly. Okay, so that's my edit. And another indoor edit. So maybe this one. Okay, let me undo the edit. So I was using E5 for this one, so I use E5 as a base. So this is the original. I just use slightly a little bit of E5 as a base, and then increase the contrast, increase the sharpness a little bit, and then reduce the highlight, and I will reduce the exposure a little bit. So, and then do a 4:5 crop in here. Yep. So I will save that one. And then let me see. So, and then I will do this last edit right here. So let me, I use the A4 for this one. Okay, so I increase the contrast. I use the A4 as a base. A4 has a nice brown tone in it, and I increase the contrast, rotate a little bit to the right, and then I can still see a little bit too bright in the background. So I will reduce the highlight and then increase the sharpness, and then 4:5 crop, kind of like this. I just remain the head on the third left part. So that's it, that's my edit. And so that's my edit for the Instagram picture. So thank you so much for all the support in my Instagram feed. So it's getting to the 70.7k today. So thank you so much for your support of watching my YouTube video and my Instagram support also. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.